Where are you? Dublin.
If you're planning a trip to Dublin, you're in for a treat. When you're planning to land in Dublin, the last thing you want is to get stuck figuring out how to get into the city center. And we both know sometimes Google Map isn't always helpful. We've flown into Dublin Airport a couple times now, and we've tried all the different options that are available to get us into the city center. So don't worry, we've done the legwork for you. I'm Lulu, and with me is G, and we're here to share everything you need to know to get from Dublin Airport into the city center hassle-free. Okay, let's get right into it. For those who prefer convenience or doesn't really care for cost, taking a taxi is obviously available, and you can find taxi stands right outside of both terminals. They offer a direct route to your destination, but of course, they're the most expensive option. The journey to the city center can take between 23 minutes to 45 minutes depending on the traffic, but it's still a great choice if you're in a hurry or have a lot of luggage. The next option that will be really great for you is to take the Dublin Express. It's your fastest option. It operates throughout the day and takes you straight through the port tunnels. It's just as quick as taxi, goes directly into the city center, and the journey usually takes about half an hour. We paid about 10 euros per person, and you can actually purchase this ticket online or you can buy it in person like we did. You can pay with Apple Pay or cash in person. It's super convenient, and the departures are from Terminal 1 in Zone 1 and Terminal 2 at Zone 21.
This is the bus terminal. This is the easiest bus you can take to get into the city, but we're gonna show you a slightly different route.
Then there's the Dublin buses.
Number 16, that's what you're looking for. It's around Zone 15. So just follow these signs to the area you need to go to. As you can see, Zone 15, and this is what you need, the Dublin buses. You're gonna go into Terminal 1 on your left here where we're going, and that's where you're gonna buy your tickets for the bus 16 or any other bus that you need to take into town.
All we had to do is buy a local bus ticket, which is very budget friendly, and if you are staying multiple days, you can get different kinds of cards in this convenience store that they have the tickets at. So when you walk in there to get your tickets, you can buy single pass as well as a day pass, as well as different types of passes available depending on how long you're staying or how often you plan on using the public transportation. That will allow you to get on the buses and trams. This journey could take up to 40 minutes, so plan accordingly. This one is absolutely my favorite. If you're not in a rush, taking the local bus is definitely the best of all the routes.
On that 16 bus, let's go to the city.
And the main city stop is either O'Connell, which is here. You can see it's their downtown area. Oh, okay, thank you. The 16 bus drops you right here. To get to any other part of the city, you can connect to any bus now that you want. You're already here.
After traveling into the city center a couple of times now with these different methods, we can definitely say that it's between the Dublin Express or the Dublin bus for us. Those two options seems the most sensible, since the Dublin Express bus is just as fast as the taxi, and it has the places underneath in the bus for you to put your luggage. So this one is a great option for you. The local bus will stop with you at different local stops along the way. It's just about 10-15 minutes more than the express or the taxi. With all these options in your arsenal, getting from Dublin Airport to the city center should really be a breeze.
Welcome
Welcome to Dublin.
Hey guys, I'm revealing the best of what Dublin has to offer. Dublin is an absolute gem of a city, full of history, charm, and today we're revealing all of that for you. You're in for a treat. Dublin has it all. So stick with us as we guide you through the top 12 must-see and must-do attractions in Dublin city centre. And if this guide helps you plan your Dublin adventure, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and share with your friends. All right, let's dive in. First things first, O'Connell Street. This bustling street is a fantastic place to start your Dublin adventure. With all the history surrounding it, you're pretty much walking through an outdoor museum. O'Connell Street is also a great spot for shopping, grabbing coffee, or simply people watching at a local cafe or pub. And standing proudly in the middle of the street, you won't be able to miss it. It's the O'Connell Monument. The impressive monument honors Daniel O'Connell. He's remembered for his efforts in securing the rights for Irish Catholics. This massive bronze statue makes a bold statement, representing values like patriotism and courage, with O'Connell himself at the top. After soaking in the energy of O'Connell Street, we'll head south towards the Dublin Castle, a historical gem dating back to 1204. This castle has really seen it all, from Viking settlements to British rule, and now it's the heart of the modern Dublin. There are different ways to explore this place. You can wander around the grounds for free, take self-guided tours for about €8, or you can join a guided tour. A top feature is the medieval record tower. This is the part of the castle that dates back to 1204.
But you can probably walk or something.
Oh, you think so?
I think so, because it...
What do you think? Do you guys think you could live in a historical building like this? Let me know in the comments down below. Next up, let's talk about Christ Church Cathedral. It's an architectural beauty and one of Dublin's most iconic buildings. Built in 1212, it's a stunning example of Gothic architecture. Known for its crypt, one of the largest and oldest of its kind in Ireland. The Christ Church Cathedral crypt is a fascinating area to explore. The crypt has served for various purposes throughout history, including storage, a tavern, and a place of worship for various groups. Today, the church remains a working church and is also a popular tourist attraction. It continues to host services, concerts, and many other events throughout the year. Now, if you're not feeling too museumed out, you can also swing by Dublin next door, where you can learn more about the medieval history in the area. You can explore a Viking battleship and discover the skills that were needed to become a Viking warrior. This place truly offers a hands-on exhibit that brings the past to life. It's perfect for history buffs like us. Just a short walk away from Christ Church is St. Patrick's Cathedral, another must-see. This impressive Gothic structure was founded in 1191, and it is dedicated to St. Patrick, Ireland's patron saint. While the cathedral itself is obviously jaw-dropping, you could just go and relax at St. Patrick's Park, located right next door. The park's peaceful vibe make it a perfect spot to take a break. and you can have a coffee while enjoying the sunshine if you're there in spring or summer. It's also the best times of the year to really enjoy the city's outdoor spaces. Those are the times we went to the city ourselves, and we definitely had a great time. Now, for those who love a deep dive into history, head over to Kilmainham, Gaul. It's one of the best places to visit. This former prison held many Irish revolutionaries and is now a museum about Ireland's fight for independence. It's one of the most well-preserved sites of its kind and offers a fascinating glimpse into the country's past. Now, if you're an art lover, you won't want to miss the Irish Museum of Modern Art, which is just around the corner from the Gaul. It is another hidden gem in Dublin. You really don't want to skip this place if you love art and history combined. The museum is located in the Royal Hospital, Kilmainham, one of Ireland's oldest classical buildings, and the gardens are gorgeous and very well maintained. Perfect for a stroll and a bit of exploring.
Thank you so much.
Now, a modern landmark that you don't want to miss is the Samuel Beckett Bridge, designed to look like a heart, the symbol of Ireland. Don't leave me high and dry. If you're commuting into the city, this sleek, futuristic bridge is likely to be one of the first attractions you'll see welcoming you into the downtown core of Dublin. Opened in 2009, the bridge connects both the north and the south side of the river. It's a stunning piece of modern architecture, and it's a perfect spot for some Instagram-worthy photos. This is definitely worth a stop while exploring Dublin. Then, of course, you must experience Dublin's pub culture, and there's no better place to experience it than Temple Bar. Not just Temple Bar the pub, but Temple Bar the actual area itself. It's famous for its lively pubs, street art, and of course its vibrant atmosphere. Whether you're stopping in for a pint or simply soaking in the sights and sounds, Temple Bar gives you a taste into Dublin's social scene. Now, we already know, no trip to Dublin is truly complete without a stop at the Guinness Storehouse. Even if you don't drink, it's worth it. This is hands down one of the most popular and touristy attractions in Dublin. You can tell by all the horse and buggy rides that are galloping up and down the street just to end up right in front of that storehouse. It's 7 floors of Guinness's history. Learn everything from how beer is brewed and the brand's cultural impact on Ireland. To avoid long lines, make sure you buy your ticket online. You can even save some money by doing that as well. You're chilling in the rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight. You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me high and dry. And of course, finish off your trip in one of the best ways that you can experience Dublin, and it's simply by wandering around through its charming streets. Downtown Dublin is really a maze of narrow alleyways, cobblestone streets, and colorful buildings. And honestly, getting a little lost is part of the fun. Don't leave me here high and dry. From street performers on the main street to local pubs or even cozy cafes and tucked away areas that are never going to be on any tourist maps.
Dublin's charm is often found in its unexpected corners, so really don't be afraid to wander around a bit. So there you have it, our perfect Dublin itinerary packed with history, culture, and a few pints along the way. Whether you're a history buff, an architecture lover, or someone who just wants to experience the best of Dublin, this city has it all. Now we hope this guide helps you make the most of your trip. Have you booked your flight to Ireland yet? Or is the excitement of packing your bags just starting to hit? We totally get it. The first time we flew into Dublin, looking out the window as we approached the Dublin Airport, we couldn't believe how green everything was below. Seriously, it's no surprise why they call it the Emerald Island.
Wow.
After these few trips, we've really learned a lot about Dublin, so we've got you covered with a few advice and tips you definitely won't want to miss. All right, let's jump right in and get to know the do's and don'ts for visiting Dublin. Do use Dublin's public transportation. After all, Dublin's compact enough that you can walk to most places. But if you need to go further, the city's public transportation make it super easy. Whether you're hopping on a Dublin bus, a Luas tram, or if you're grabbing a Dublin bike. Plus, it's a smooth and an affordable way to get around. Do remember to buy your tickets at the machine beforehand, or you just need to look for this sign right here that you see. Look for these signs in the city. That's where you can buy your bus tickets easily. Or you can have exact change with you. If you want more information about Dublin public transportation and how to get from the airport to the city center, check out this video right here. Now, if there's one thing you have to do in Dublin, it's visit the local pubs. It's not just about grabbing a pint. It's about community, stories, and a whole atmosphere that comes with it. We know, of course, you might have heard us mention Temple Bar, which is an iconic area that you can experience in Dublin. But truth be told, it's a pretty crowded and touristy area that tends to be on the pricier side. For more authentic pub experience, you can try heading to quieter neighborhoods like Stony Batter or even Kilmainham. These areas have some of the best hidden pubs where locals actually go to. And honestly, the vibe is way more relaxed and genuine.
So if you want to relax, you can just pull over at this pub and have some fun.
Don't get me wrong, neighborhoods like Liberties, where Guinness Storehouse is located, is a cool area as well to check out. But if you want to see a real side of Dublin where the neighborhood is a little bit more relaxed and laid back, those neighborhoods are where it's at. And here's a big one. Ireland and North Ireland are two separate entities. Just in case you didn't remember or you didn't do your homework carefully before you came and had an awkward moment here in Dublin, use the internet for sure at your advantage or this video. Before you go, make sure you understand the basics of the distinctions. There are two different places with two different flags, two different governments and customs. The Republic of Ireland uses euros, while North Ireland, which is part of the UK, uses the pound sterling. But don't stress about it too much, okay? Just make sure you have good understanding or at least having great awareness of these distinctions in the Republic
of Ireland and Northern Ireland. Next, make sure you do get an eSIM. We actually decided to use an eSIM, which worked upon arrival. The mobile network here was absolutely fantastic, and it'll save you tons of money compared to the international roaming charges that you could get if you're coming from the US or Canada. Plus, it'll be super helpful when you're navigating the city and looking up the best spots to visit that we've mentioned in our last videos, or just to help find your way after getting lost in the city. Now, the weather in Ireland is notoriously unpredictable. You'll need to be prepared for rapid weather changes. Even in the height of summer, expect sunny days to easily turn into a rainy day, just as fast turn into a windy day, and all of that is happening all in the same afternoon. So this can quickly catch you off guard. And the key to surviving this unpredictable Irish weather is layering. Pack a mix of clothes: thin t-shirts, a light sweater, and even a raincoat or a windbreaker. And if you're planning on being in Dublin this year, drop a comment down below. Okay, now that we've got the essential do's down, let's make sure that we talk about the things that you definitely want to avoid when you're in Dublin. Don't bring up religion or politics with the locals, considering Ireland has a deep and sometimes complex history, especially when it comes to politics and religion. Most locals prefer not to discuss these topics over a pint, so it's best to avoid them unless you are invited into a conversation that naturally just goes that way. While it's fine to obviously be curious about the country's past, as we obviously are, avoid probing into people's personal beliefs and their political stance. If you're eager on learning more, do as we did. Go and visit some of the museums that they have dedicated to Ireland's history. Museums such as the Irish National War Memorial Gardens or the Kilmainham Gall. Those places will really allow you to delve into history in an educational and respectful manner. Don't go expecting to see exaggerated versions of Irish culture everywhere you look. It's easy to think of Ireland through the lenses of a stereotype. Please don't fall into that trap. Not every Irish person is a leprechaun or is a pub-crawling Guinness fanatic. They are a diverse group with rich history and with a culture beyond the stereotypes. Approaching the culture with an open eye and mind will really help you avoid assuming everyone's going to fit a certain mold. The Irish people are warm, welcoming, and they really appreciate visitors who are respectful and not one who is searching for a cliche to experience. Okay, don't expect huge crowds at non-touristy pubs, since if you want to keep a low-key evening, Keep in mind that non-touristy pubs, especially those outside the city center that I've recently mentioned in the other neighborhoods, but honestly, that's what you went there for. That's what makes them so great. Don't expect it to be so packed or having live music every night. These pubs are quiet and perfect for a calm drink with friends or even a solo pint. It's all about the cozy, low-pressure vibes. Make sure you don't leave Dublin without giving at least one of the two most popular drinks a try: Guinness and Bailey's Irish Cream. Whether or not you're a beer fan, the Irish love their Guinness and is one of the most iconic drinks in the world. Guinness, with its smooth and rich flavor, is more than just a drink. It's a part of Irish heritage. Plus, it's said to have some surprising health benefits as well, such as a good dose of iron and antioxidants. Now, on the sweeter side, Bailey's is a creamy, indulgent treat perfect for any occasion. Even if you're not usually a fan of beer or cream liquors, both of these beverages are really staples of Ireland, and Irish culture is definitely worth at least sampling. Now, visiting Dublin is all about embracing culture and respecting its rich traditions. The city is full of charm, history, and some of the friendliest people you'll meet. By following these do's and don'ts, you'll not only have a great time, but you'll also have a respectful, deep-rooted cultural experience, which will really allow you to understand a little bit more about this beautiful island. We've shared our most useful tips based on our couple of times that we visited Dublin city center. And we really hope that your trip will be rich of memorable experiences like it was for us. If you have any tips that we missed or questions you have to be answered, drop them in the comments below. If you found this guide useful, share it with your friends and anyone planning a trip to Ireland. We can't wait to hear from you about your adventures and, most importantly, enjoy your time in Ireland.